What if the real reason so many people feel older than they are has nothing to do with age and everything to do with what they've stopped doing? Most seniors don't decline because of time. They decline because of the small, silent habits they've let go of, often without realizing it. And even more surprising, the habits that could actually reignite your energy, clear your mind, and lift your mood are so simple. Most people overlook them completely. This video is about those exact habits. 5 powerful things to start doing after 70 that most seniors ignore, not because they're difficult or expensive, but because no one ever told them how much they matter. These aren't trends, they're game changers for your daily life. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end. Habit number 5 is the one almost no one talks about, but it might just bring back a kind of joy you didn't realize you were missing. Before we jump in, we'd love to know who's with us. Comment number 1 below if you're open to learning something new even now. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell. Your support truly matters. It helps us keep bringing you real, honest, and life-changing content made just for you. Let's begin. Number 1. Morning movement ritual. The simple routine that sets your whole day in motion. Most seniors wake up each morning and do the same thing: sit on the edge of the bed, slowly stand up, and shuffle toward the bathroom or kitchen. There's nothing wrong with that, except for one small, crucial detail. The body hasn't been properly woken up, and without realizing it, that first stiff step you take each day might be quietly setting the tone for more pain, more fatigue, and a higher risk of falling. You see, after 70, the body doesn't spring into motion the way it used to. Joints stiffen overnight. Blood flow slows. Balance becomes a little shakier, especially right after rising. That's why building a simple morning movement ritual before you even leave the bedroom can be one of the most powerful habits you adopt. It's not a workout. It's not exercise in the traditional sense. It's activation. A gentle 2 to 5-minute wake-up for your muscles, joints, and circulation. And most seniors don't do it. Not because it's hard, but because no one ever told them how much it matters. Lydia, a 74-year-old widow from Oregon, used to think her morning stiffness was just arthritis. Every morning I'd limp for the first hour, she said. It felt like my body was trying to catch up with the day. But during a visit to her physical therapist, she was asked a simple question: "Do you stretch before getting up?" She hadn't. She didn't even know that was a thing. So she was given a simple ritual. Before sitting up, she'd circle her ankles, stretch her arms overhead, gently rotate her neck side to side, and wiggle her toes. Once seated, she'd raise and lower her legs a few times, roll her shoulders, and take 3 deep breaths. That was it. No equipment, no sweat, just motion. Within a week, something shifted. Her mornings felt smoother, her knees hurt less, her mood improved. She no longer needed to ease into the day for hours. She was already there. The habit stuck. Lydia now calls it her morning check-in, and she says it reminds her that her body still works as long as she treats it with care. The truth is, stiffness and imbalance are not just symptoms of age, they're symptoms of inactivity after rest. And when you start each morning with gentle movement, you signal to your body, "I'm awake, I'm ready." If you've ever felt stiff, slow, or unsteady in the morning, this habit could be your first step toward feeling stronger again. Comment number 2 below if you're ready to try this tomorrow morning. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps us bring you more practical, uplifting content like this. Your support truly matters, and it allows us to keep showing up for seniors like you every single week. Number 2. Speaking up for your needs. The habit that isn't selfish. It's survival. One of the quietest habits that begins to creep in after 70 is this: staying silent. Not just in conversations, but in the things that matter. Many seniors stop speaking up about their pain, their limits, their preferences, even their needs. They say "I'm fine" when they're not. They avoid asking for help because they don't want to be a burden. And they hold back from setting boundaries, even when they feel overwhelmed or disrespected. It may feel like politeness, like humility, but over time, silence becomes a habit that chips away at your well-being. You begin to feel tired, not just physically, but emotionally. You start doing more than you can handle, absorbing stress without ever letting it out. And slowly, you start to disappear in your own life. That's what happened to Harold. He's 78 now and lives with his daughter and son-in-law. After his wife passed, they offered him a place in their home. He was grateful. But over time, he noticed how much he started holding in. He never mentioned his aching hip. He didn't speak up when they kept the house too cold. And when his grandson left toys on the stairs, he quietly picked them up, despite nearly falling twice. One evening, after skipping dinner from sheer exhaustion, Harold finally admitted to himself that he wasn't being noble. He was being silent, and it was making him feel invisible. The next morning, he sat down with his daughter and said something simple but powerful. "I love being here, but I need to speak up more, because I'm starting to feel like I don't matter." His voice trembled. So did hers. It opened a conversation they both needed. From that day forward, Harold committed to one thing: honest communication. Not complaining, not demanding, just sharing when something felt off, or when he needed help, or when something was too much. To his surprise, no one thought he was weak. In fact, his daughter said, "Dad, I wish you'd told me sooner. I want to help you, not guess what you need." When you speak up for your body, your energy, your preferences, you're not asking for special treatment. You're asking for respect. And the people who care about you, they want to know how to show that respect. You just have to let them. So if you've been biting your tongue, pushing through pain, or staying quiet because you think that's what strong people do, maybe it's time to rewrite that story. Comment number 3 below if you're ready to start putting your needs first, even in small ways. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to do so. Your support helps us create more life-changing content for seniors and gives others the courage to speak up too. You are never a burden. You are allowed to be heard. Number 3. Daily brain play. The fun habit that quietly builds mental strength. When people talk about staying sharp after 70, they often mention crosswords, Sudoku, or brain supplements. But staying mentally strong isn't just about solving puzzles. It's about play. It's about engaging your brain in new, enjoyable ways that bring out your curiosity, your creativity, and your social side. And yet, most seniors skip this habit, not because they can't do it, but because they think it's silly, or childish, or a waste of time. But here's what brain science tells us. The brain is like a muscle. And just like your legs or arms, if you stop using it in fresh, challenging ways, it gets weaker. Not overnight, but gradually. You might notice more tip-of-the-tongue moments, trouble concentrating, feeling foggy by late afternoon, and slowly you start to lose confidence in yourself. Daily brain play doesn't have to mean learning a new language or memorizing poems. It can be as simple as trying a new card game, joining a local chess club, taking up a creative hobby, or watching a documentary and discussing it with someone afterward. What matters is that your brain is engaged, curious, challenged, and stimulated in ways that feel fun, not forced. George, who's 80, never thought of himself as the brain game type. He was a quiet man who liked his routines. But one day at the senior center, he overheard 2 men his age arguing about chess. He hadn't played since high school. On a whim, he sat down for a match. That one match led to another. Then he found himself looking forward to Thursday's chess day. It wasn't just about winning. It was about strategy, conversation, remembering moves, and learning new ones. "It felt like my brain came back online," he said. "I started thinking clearer, not just in chess but in life." What surprised him most was how much it helped outside the game. His memory improved. His mood lifted. He started reading again. It was like I'd found a part of myself I didn't know was missing. Most people think mental decline is just part of aging. but often it's the result of mental idling, doing the same things the same way every day. Your brain needs variety, fun, and novelty to stay sharp. And the best part, it's never too late to give it what it needs. So whether it's painting, puzzles, learning a new song, or playing games with your grandkids, brain play is not a luxury, it's brain food. Comment number 4 below. If you believe it's never too late to learn something new, challenge your mind, or find joy in play. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Your support helps us keep creating smart, encouraging content for seniors who want to keep growing at any age. Number 4. Hydration with purpose. The most overlooked health habit for seniors. Most people think of hydration as something you worry about in the summer or when you're exercising. But after 70, it becomes a daily survival habit and one that's far too easy to ignore. As we age, our sense of thirst fades. We stop craving water the way we used to, and without meaning to, many seniors spend their days mildly dehydrated without even realizing it. You might think you're drinking enough, but here's the catch. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. And that small gap can lead to some very big problems: fatigue, dizziness, brain fog, dry skin, headaches, even falls. Dehydration doesn't always look dramatic. It often shows up in subtle ways that get mistaken for just getting older. That's what happened to Joan. She's 76, active in her garden, and proud of her independence. But a few months ago, she noticed she felt tired all the time. Not sleepy, just drained. Her balance felt off. She was more irritable. Her memory slipped in strange moments. At first she worried something serious was wrong. Her doctor ran a few basic checks and asked a simple question: "How much water are you drinking each day?" Joan shrugged. "Maybe a glass or two." The doctor smiled and said gently, "Your body needs more than that, especially now." So Joan began a small experiment. She filled a water bottle each morning and told herself, "Finish this by lunch, refill, and finish again by dinner." She also added warm lemon water when she woke up and sipped herbal tea at night. No sodas, no excess caffeine, just clean, simple fluids with intention. The result? Within a week, her energy improved. Her skin felt less dry. She stopped feeling dizzy in the afternoons, and her mood, she called it lighter. She wasn't just hydrated, she was renewed. Hydration after 70 isn't just about water. It's about creating a habit that supports your entire system. That means fluids with electrolytes if needed. That means warm drinks if cold water upsets your stomach. That means scheduling hydration, not just relying on thirst cues. And no, you don't have to drown yourself in gallons. You just have to be consistent. Your body is 60% water. Your joints need it. Your brain depends on it. Your digestion, your mood, your balance, it's all connected. Yet most seniors go day after day without enough and wonder why they feel off. If you've ever felt sluggish or foggy and chalked it up to age, this might be the missing piece. Comment number 5. If hydration is something you know you need to work on. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps us continue bringing you simple, science-backed advice to keep you strong, clear, and confident at any age. Number 5. Planning small joys. The habit that brings life back into focus. After 70, it's easy for life to become a checklist. Wake up, take your pills, fold the laundry, pay the bills, go to the doctor, maybe watch a little TV, and then do it all again tomorrow. The days start to blur together, not because you're ungrateful, but because nothing truly stands out anymore. What's missing isn't purpose, it's joy. And sadly, most seniors forget to plan for it. We schedule everything else: appointments, medications, chores. But when it comes to fun, we say, maybe next week. We wait for someone else to invite us. We wait for a birthday, or a holiday, or a reason. But here's the truth. You don't need a reason to feel joy. You just need a reminder. Joy is what keeps the heart open, the mind engaged, and the soul anchored. And the older we get, the more intentional we need to be about it. That's what Elaine learned. She's 79 and widowed for nearly a decade. Her weeks were quiet, predictable, and sometimes, if she was honest, a little gray. She'd watch her grandkids laugh on the weekends, then return to her silent home. One evening, she picked up her calendar and noticed something odd. It was full of appointments, but not a single thing just for her. So she made a decision. She blocked out every Friday from 3-6 p.m. and labeled it Friday Fun. It didn't have to be anything grand. Some weeks she painted. Other times she watched old musicals. Once she visited a local flower shop just to look. But that simple act of putting joy on the calendar changed something. She had something to look forward to. A reason to get dressed. A reason to smile. Over time, her Friday fun bled into other days. She began planning mini joys throughout the week. A phone call with an old friend, a walk to a new park, even learning how to bake her late husband's favorite cookies again. Elaine didn't wait for life to feel exciting. She created it. Too often, seniors are told to focus on safety, structure, and routine. But joy, that's what gives those routines meaning. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be yours. So if you've been moving through your days like they're just tasks to finish, maybe it's time to ask, what would make me smile this week? Then don't wait. Schedule it. Joy deserves space on your calendar too. Comment number 6. If you believe joy isn't just a luxury, it's a form of healing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Your support allows us to keep creating these honest, uplifting videos designed to remind you that life after 70 isn't the end of anything. It's the beginning of something even more beautiful. Take a moment to breathe. You've just heard 5 small habits. Simple, really. Nothing extreme, nothing overwhelming. And yet each one holds the power to transform how you feel, how you move, how you think, and how you connect with the world around you. They may not come with loud warnings or dramatic consequences if you ignore them. That's why most people do. But when you begin to shift these small areas, something amazing happens. You begin to feel like yourself again. You start the day with a sense of strength instead of stiffness. You speak with more honesty instead of swallowing your needs. You engage your mind in ways that light it up, not wear it down. You feel the difference that hydration can make, not just to your body, but to your clarity and mood. And most importantly, you begin to look forward to your days again, not just to survive them, but to enjoy them. These are not tricks. They're not trends. They're acts of self-respect. And the reason most people don't talk about them is because they seem so small, they're easy to dismiss. But if you've made it this far in the video, then maybe, just maybe, you see what we see, that even at 70, 75, 80 or beyond, there's still so much life waiting to be lived. And that life starts with intention. We're not here to tell you to become someone new. We're here to help you remember the parts of yourself that got buried under the weight of time, routines, and responsibility. And those parts, they're still there. They just need a little spark. So before you go, take a moment to reflect, which one of these 5 habits are you going to try this week? Maybe it's waking up with movement. Maybe it's speaking a truth you've held back. Maybe it's just planning something fun on Friday. Whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let us know which habit stood out to you most. Your words could inspire someone else to take that first small step too. And if this video gave you even one helpful insight, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. When you support this channel, you're helping us continue making thoughtful, practical content for people who deserve it most. People like you. We'll be back soon with more ways to help you stay independent, energized, and emotionally strong. Until then, keep growing, keep reaching, keep discovering how full life can be, no matter your age. We'll see you in the next one.